Welcome to TG Cusack Park for the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship quarter-final, and look at the array of officials we have today. I'm going to pick them all out for you. There's Garvin there. He's the very well known, he's just backing out of the shot there, but he's very well known and he's always at the games, great supporter of ladies Gaelic football. And you've Brendan Rice in there as well. And Brendan, great to see Brendan from Warren Point. You have an All-Ireland Senior Championship final referee here today as one of the umpires. So Brendan's in there. That's Gavin Finnegan just in front of him, and then the man in charge today is Eddie Cuthbert, and also on the lines you have Emma Dunn and Gemma Monaghan. So we are all in very good hands today, and the referee is with the two captains. On the left, the Wexford captain Aisling Halligan, primary school teacher from the Clonard Volunteers Club, and then you have Fiona Coyle from Rochford's Bridge, and she is the number 4 for Westmeath. And the other thing you will have noticed, I'm sure already, and well, if you're in Ireland you'll notice anyway, it is very breezy, very strong breeze today. We're talking 2-pointer breeze today because these girls have a bit of history in that department. In fact, Wexford's number 12 Aoife Cullen was the first ever player to score a 2-pointer in ladies Gaelic football. In fact, it was from play, so in the first game of the league this year, I worked it all out, there was games started at different times. She was actually the first in real time to get a 2-pointer against Tipperary from play for Wexford. And for Westmeath, we followed them in the Leinster final when they played Wexford, same game as today. That was in Newbridge, and they scored 2-2-pointers that day, Anna Jones and Sarah Dillon. Sarah's from play and Anna Jones from the floor, and a great skill that is to see still in the game. And indeed there's lots of new rules in this year, but one of the things they wanted to keep was kicking off the ground as much as possible. That's why, for example, the 45s still have to be taken off the ground, and no better woman than Anna Jones for doing that. The other interesting link today well, actually, I'll come to it in a minute because it's a Westmeath angle. I'll stay with Wexford here because we're looking at them. Nothing to lose at all for Wexford today. They're coming here today on the back of a defeat in the Leinster final to Westmeath. They're the underdogs today. They lost to Clare in the group, but they beat Laois 5-12 to 2-14 to get here. They have nothing to lose coming in here to Westmeath's backyard. Home advantage, you imagine, would be important and will help Westmeath. As I say, they beat Leinster in Newbridge. They also beat them last year here in the TG4 All-Ireland, or rather Leinster Intermediate Final. So the history of beating them at this very venue here in TEG Cusack Park, and they have the upper hand on them, shall we say, at the minute, the way things have been going. So it is Westmeath over to the right there, and what I was going to tell you about them, about the home advantage. And also an interesting link, one of their subs, number 18 Rachel Murphy, is a sister of Shane Murphy, who was the star in Croke Park yesterday, the Kerry goalkeeper. So she's from Kerry. Interviewed her last year and she was part of the squad and they playing in the game, and she is in the subs today, so might get a run. Rachel Murphy there. Other than that, two late changes for Westmeath. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll just give us a wee minute and we'll go to the actual teams before I bring those in, because I just want to tell you as well about this breeze. You can maybe hear it on my microphone. It is very strong and it's coming. Do you know what? I don't even know what way it's going. It's I was watching the flags earlier. It went one way and then the other. I'm watching it at the minute. It seems to be coming sort of over towards me, that kind of thing. But it's all over the place. But let's look at the Westmeath team then, managed by Frank Brown. And the two changes to that team you're looking at, actually. Aoife Keegan doesn't start, number 10 there. And also number 5 doesn't start, Philippa Ruan. And she's replaced by her sister, Ashley Ruan. The wind really picking up here now very, very strongly, and our microphones are protected from it, so maybe you're not picking up quite as much as I am, but it's really, really strong. The other one, as I say, Aoife Keegan, number 10, has been replaced by Caoimhe Kilmurray, number 18, from St Lomans, and there is quite a strong St Lomans connection. Katie Kilmurray at number 13, Lucy McCartan and her sister Lara at 2, all from that club, and a Vicky Carr, the number 9, who scored 2 goals in this game when the teams met in the Leinster final a month or 6 weeks or whatever it was ago. So that is the lineup for Westmeath. They will be the favourites today. They've been scoring big, 3-9 to 0-4 against Monaghan in the group, and then they beat Louth 3-12 to 3-9. Wexford, well, as I say, they beat Laois, big score, 5-12 they scored that day. And a couple of changes maybe from when I saw them last, and indeed when I saw them in the league up in Cavan when they played there. Siobhan Cloak in goals, a fine goalkeeper. Out the field, you've Orla Keogh at number 4. Her mum is the FLO, Elaine, and I mentioned for the Westmeath FLO as well, that's Tina Ruan. Out the field, from there, you've got Julia Dempsey has moved to 5. And Roisin Hughes is at 7 from Kilnearan. She's a primary school teacher, and there's quite a few primary school teachers there and students. Very young team in Wexford. Then you have Niamh Cullen at number 10, Baveen McDonald, Kilnearan as well at number 8. Clara Donnelly made her debut in 2010, so she's the most experienced player out there. Ciara Banville's an interesting one from Timon Camross. She actually played in the league game against Cavan, or lined out at least according to the programme, at left half back, and now she's centre half forward. And then you have Aoife Fortune, another student at number 14. Amy Wilson in at 13 from Ferns St Aidan's, and Kellyanne Dempsey at 15 from Crossabeg Ballymurn, another primary school teacher. So we'll keep an eye on the other games today for you as well. We're just waiting for the anthem here. In fact, the Wexford players are ready, and Westmeath just about to get there, so that'll start in a second. We'll keep an eye on the other games, particularly in the Intermediate Championship. Clare Fermanagh down Monaghan, and Leitrim against Roscommon, and then there's a few other games as well. But now we'll pause for the national anthem, or on Naveen, starting now. That's us. All set then. The officials go to take their positions, and the players go in for one last huddle. Well, the Wexford players have gone in for one last huddle, and we will welcome your comments on YouTube on the live chat, and just keep them nice and respectful, please. And we will keep an eye on that as the game goes on, and on Facebook as well. You have a choice of watching on those two places, and we'll try to keep you up to date with the other games. So I mentioned the 3 All-Ireland Intermediate quarterfinals apart from this one, and you also have a senior relegation playoff, Cavan against Laois and Louth against Wicklow, and in the junior championship you've Kilkenny against Antrim, and you have Offaly against Derry, and those games are potentially significant this afternoon because you have Offaly looking to try and beat Derry and open the door for Antrim maybe to finish top of that group, but that's a big ask for Offaly because Derry have been going extremely well. We'll try to keep you up to date with those games, and as I say, keep your comments coming. So very windy, as I've mentioned a few times, but also the sun has been out once or twice and has just come out for the start of the game as well, so it's warmish, but then there's that cool breeze which has now decided to come right up from behind me and knock over a few cones in front of me as well, so it really is changeable. The wind, well, it's not even a wind, it's a strong breeze, I think is a better way of describing it, and it's hard to even know which team is actually going to benefit from it, which way is the best way to play, because it's just all over the place. So it's coming behind me now, maybe supporting Katie Kilmurray now on that right hand side if she was, for example, to try and score from there, but she won't try to do that. Gets it out to Cueva Kilmurray, and this is Sarah Dillon in 2-pointer territory. Pops it into McCartan, but it doesn't stick, and that's well collected for Wexford. Well, it was, and then well won back for Westmeath immediately, and that's McCartan in there. Good dogged play by her, and an interesting ball across. It's a goal chance. It's a save. Is it going to go in? It's not. It's a brilliant key save right at the start from Siobhan Cloak. And what was that? About 50 seconds, maybe even less, and that keeps her team right in this game. But that could have been so dangerous. And there you see the wind, the way it has taken the ball right over the head of Clara Donnelly, went flying over her head, and was a firm bounce as well. But weird conditions, weird weather we've been having recently. Vicky Carr bombs that one in, and no problem with the wind there. That was accurate. Good pass to her sister, actually, Lara McCartan. Or no, it wasn't. It was Vicky Carr to Lara McCartan, not Lucy. I got mixed up there. Sorry, that's Lucy now, number 11, giving it to Vicky Carr. Vicky got those 2 goals when these teams met in the Leinster final. One key one just before half time. This is Sarah Dillon. Does well. Kilmurray runs into trouble though, and well won back, and this is the captain Halligan, and Wexford will be very pleased. I know it's only a couple of minutes, but they'll be pleased with the save, and also the way they've stopped a couple of Westmeath attacks, and now they're on the counter, and they have got Westmeath chasing back. So there's maybe a chance here they get it to Banville. This is nice play from Wexford. As I said, they've nothing to lose today, so they've come here today trying to give it everything, but I think that might be overcarrying. It is. Great play by Fiona Coyle, the captain, back there, with a bit of help from Lara McCartan for the turnover there. The 2 of them going in there and just not fouling. Been very clever to not foul. The tackling so important, and they get their reward and get it up now to Lucy McCartan, who bounces out in front to pick up that ball, and she thought she was away there, but the referee of course has to stop that because it looked like a head injury there to one, if not both. So from that collision we have some concern, but hopefully not too much, and hopefully they'll be back in action very shortly. This is the goal chance. Well done, Siobhan Cloak for Wexford. Now it's a bit early to be checking for updates for you, but I can tell you the Cavan Laois game has started. That's the All-Ireland Relegation Senior Qualifier. So the game's on there. And Fermanagh and Clare has started. And yeah, there's our game mentioned as well. I'm just checking on social media to check what's going on, and also on the social, or on the live chat on the YouTube as well. And Lucy Martin says the wind going to play a big factor in the game. She's supporting Wexford, and yeah, absolutely, it is going to be a very big factor today. But Westmeath have started quite well despite it, playing sort of into it at times and with it at times. It's kind of hard to explain that, but it's sort of goes pretty strong and then drops and goes in different directions. Really weird. So it's the number 7 for Wexford, Roisin Hughes. Different parts of the country pronounce it in different ways. There's Roisin, there's Roisin. And she's from Kilnearan, number 7. She seems to be okay now. The Westmeath player seems to have taken the brunt of that. This doesn't look good. Is it Vicky Carr? That would be a huge blow. She's already been involved in the play a lot, and that looks worse because that looks like some kind of leg injury. So I would imagine Westmeath might be looking at bringing the likes of Aoife Keegan on, former minor captain, who actually came in and started the Leinster final against Wexford in place of Caoimhe Kilmurray, and held her place for a few games, and she was put on the bench for today's game, but may well be coming in here now. Fine young player. She'll slot in. Big ask to go to midfield, but I'm pretty sure she played midfield in the minor final that we streamed last year, I think it was. So she could slot in there. But yeah, Vicky doesn't look like she can plant both feet on the ground, or maybe she is now. Actually, she's getting a bit more flexibility now. Maybe she will be okay. That's a bit of a miraculous recovery. A minute ago she looked like they were going to carry her off, and now she's looking like I might be okay here. She's made of strong stuff. So they're having every patience they can with her. Lucy McCartan coming over and saying, "Here be grand." Actually, no, she's having to go off, and Aisling Halligan, the captain of Wexford, gives her a sporting tap on the back. But that is a blow, of course, for Westmeath early in this game, and it's a kind of game that Westmeath will be favourites for and could run away with if they start well, but they haven't really. That goal chance, but Wexford kept it out, and now there's an injury, and it just puts a few seeds of doubt in the minds of some of the players. Maybe, is this going to be our day, is it not? Or maybe makes Wexford feel the longer they stay in it, the more chance they have. But Sarah Dillon takes a solo and go very quickly to try and get the first score of the game, but she's put it to the right and she's put it wide. That's not like her at all, so I'm definitely going to put that one down to the conditions. She would usually put that easily over the bar. Now the goalkeeper, Siobhan Cloak, has put that very confidently over to the right hand side, and Wexford, I do like the way they're moving the ball really quickly, and they have a good energy about their play, coming in here as the underdogs, but they are playing. And again, look at that quick ball to Clara Donnelly, but intercepted well by Ashley Ruan out in front for them. This is shaping up to be a really interesting game here. That's brilliant running still from Ruan. A Ruan run, and she gives it over to the right hand side here. This is Kilmurray. Oh, brilliant rob, superbly taken, and she's going to get the free as well. And it's Kellyanne Dempsey, who's obviously not playing in the traditional corner forward place, but it's Wexford now coming out with the ball, and by the minute things are getting better and better for Wexford. Early doors, of course, but good signs from them in the early part of the game. And this is Hughes, who managed to come off better from that collision a few minutes ago. Gets it into Clara Donnelly. Donnelly just using her experience to hold the ball. Halligan gives it into Banville, or tries to, but Banville's going to have to work hard, and she does brilliantly and gives it. I love the way they're just moving the ball so quickly. They're not holding on to it here, and that keeps the defence on their toes when you move the ball. And even though the Westmeath player looked favourite to get that, it was good pressure again from Wexford all over the field there, making it uncomfortable for the home team here. And it's still no score then, and that's exactly what Wexford would have dreamed of after 8 minutes, even though we haven't had that much play. Now, what was that breeze going now? Sort of looking at the flags, it's maybe I don't really feel it here, but looking at the flags, it could well be in favour of the player taking this. Still a big ask, of course, but Amy Wilson will try it. Very good player. And here it comes. Oh, she gets it. Good, but not maybe quite good enough. Just to the right, and maybe didn't quite have the height either, but she certainly had a go. And it might be a marker for the next one. We remain scoreless. Ruan, that's a good ball fed through, even though there was 3 Wexford players there. But look at the work rate from Wexford again. They're really coming here on a bit of a mission today, as you'd expect in an All-Ireland quarter-final, but they're not showing any hangover signs from having lost to Wexford, not just recently in the championship and last year in the championship, the Leinster final here, but also in the league this year. Westmeath beat them 410 to 113 in the National League. In fact, both counties were relegated from Division 2, but Wexford here have started as well as they could have expected, and probably better than they have started most of the year, if not all of the year. And that's a decent effort from Baveen McDonald, and she's fired it high, and with the breeze she's put it straight over the bar, and Wexford are in front, and the underdogs here are putting it up to Westmeath in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship. 1-0. Fiona Coyle, the captain, makes herself available for the goalkeeper for the short-ish kick out to get possession. Kilmurray there, but look at the press. It's a good one from Wexford. Aoife Fortune was there, didn't quite get the ball, but it was a high press, and now they're pressing further down the field, and it is the number 3, Lucy Power, having to work hard. She's been up the field already a little bit, as has Lara McCartan. So the full back line, not playing in the full back line. Wexford win it back though, and Westmeath have been unable to play their usual free-flowing excellent attacking game. And look at that ball thrown in there quickly, and why not? The breeze has carried it all the way through perfectly to Amy Wilson, and she's going to try and turn Fiona Coyle, and she has got inside, and it's stopped by the goalkeeper, but Amy tried to get it back and causing real problems in there, and has done. Now, what's it going to be? The referee is blown here. I don't know what the decision is. Is it a penalty? I'm not quite sure. It maybe is a hot ball or something. I didn't see anything untoward there, but Amy obviously is limping away. But he's going to go and talk, and he's going to talk to Brendan Rice. What an umpire to have, an All-Ireland Senior Championship final referee with great experience in there with Garvin McFerrin. And what's the decision going to be? I think he's going towards a penalty area here, and it is. That is a stunner for Westmeath early in this game. We'll get another look at it here, and the camera's got quite close. I didn't see this the first time. Yeah, okay, they've awarded that a penalty for that challenge, and it's a huge opportunity now for Wexford. Now the number 7 in there, that is Chloe Kelly having a word with the goalkeeper, Aoife Temple. So it's Aoife Cullen for Wexford. She's made history already this year by being the first ever 2-pointer scorer at the start of the National League on day 1. And here she is now in the Championship up against Aoife Temple. Oh, she's put it more or less straight at her, but I'm going to blame that a little bit on the breeze. She was just trying to keep it on target and was trying to place it, but maybe should have given it a bit more power, but was trying to put it to the side of the keeper. Real drama early in this game. Wexford could have been 4 points up, but they have got a 45 out of it. But credit to the goalkeeper, Aoife Temple from Athlone. So that could be a key moment in this game, and it's Wilson who was fouled, taking her time to come out to take this 45. And Westmeath, well, they really know they're in a game now. If they were being any way complacent, they are now definitely very much on their toes. They'll be very relieved not to be 4 down. So it's Amy Wilson from Fern St Aidan's. Now, she put one wide a minute ago. I did say it might be a marker because she was just right of the posts and a little bit too low, but she's going again. She's giving this a bit more. It's higher. Oh, and it's gone into the net. Wow, what a start for Wexford. What a shocker for Westmeath on home territory here. And it's Amy Wilson with a goal. Well, there was a penalty save just before this that the 45 came from, but now Wexford have their goal. And this is game on in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship quarter-finals in the All-Leinster Derby. I was thinking she might be going for a 2-pointer. She got a 3-pointer. Now Westmeath have to respond to this, and it's Katie Kilmurray trying to get away. Really closely marked by Aoife Tormey, and too closely marked. She was fouled. And they're going to wait for Anna Jones, of course, to come over to take this one. With the blue boots, or the turquoise, I think they are. So she is the expert on the dead ball. Now it's very hard to see with the sun here. I can't exactly see where the arc is. I presume that is maybe just on the line. I can't quite see in my monitor here, or even in real vision if you like, but she's drilled that and it's gone to the left, but still dangerous. But you see the breeze has just played havoc. Seems to be particularly with Westmeath's play. They just can't get anything going. And at the other end, definitely the wind played a huge factor in the goal. But Wexford delighted with the way things are going. Even though they've had a penalty save, they've still taken a 1-1 to no score lead. And they're playing very wide. They've got great width. They keep getting it out to Orla Keogh, and she does brilliantly there to feed it down the line. And Donnelly did well to get out in front there and just did it enough to put her marker off the ball. But Aoife Fortune unable to get there before Ruan, I think it was. A lot of Aoifes out there today, isn't there? This ball spilled across and it's gone away from the Westmeath player. That's Donnelly crashing into Anna Jones, and the referee says play on. Probably under the old rules that would have been a free, but now it's play on. The more physical contact is allowed. In fact, it was Chloe Kelly, I think, there who got involved there previously for Westmeath, the number 7, to give her the right name check. And then Dee for Keegan, number 10 there, is back there. And that's another dangerous one, and the keeper has palmed it out, and she needs help and gets it this time. But you know what? Maybe it's the sun in her eyes as well now, thinking about it. As well as the breeze, carrying the ball at terrific pace, and I think that's what happened from the 45. The ball just was going at a lower trajectory, and it was a really hard one to deal with. This is Lucy McCartan now for Westmeath. She gets advantage. She keeps going. Gives it inside to Sarah Dillon. They need a bit of Sarah Dillon magic, but look at the work rate from Westmeath or Wexford, getting so many players in and around, but still they persist. And they do get a point. I think they do, and it's Westmeath's first score, and it's taken 16.5 minutes. That's a big surprise in itself. But finally, Westmeath are on the board, but look how quickly Wexford have got the ball out. They're not hanging around today. Very impressed by Wexford so far. Really making a serious game of this. And you know, if they beat what I would probably consider one of the very strong favourites for the Intermediate Championship, then they will go into the semi-finals with absolutely nothing to lose. But they would have blown the whole thing wide open. But we've a long way to go. It's 1-1 to 1. And it's Westmeath trying to get in to their usual flow. They got things pretty much their own way in the Leinster final. They had the two-pointers in the first half, plus a goal from Vicky Carr, and then another one right on the break, and that pretty much killed the game. But here today, a very different story so far. This is Kilmurray, Katie Kilmurray, not Cueva, who's in the team from the start today as well. Oh, great tackle again, and that was Aoife Cullen getting back there. Great work, and they've broken down Westmeath in that area a lot so far today, and they've broken really well. And that one played down looking for Amy Wilson, but brilliantly read by Fiona Coyle. That could easily have been in behind there. Amy was expecting it to go in behind. Coyle got it, and she's up the ante. Her team needs to up the ante, and Dillon now trying to get forward, and she's been fouled by Niamh Cullen, or at least been stopped in her tracks from getting away, but still gets the ball down into the corner. Nobody from Westmeath. Oh, hold on, there is somebody from Westmeath in the middle. It is Kilmurray trying to get there. But good defending again for Wexford, and it was Bev McDonald back there from Kyle Nearin. They really are impressive today, and I keep saying that because they haven't been impressive for most of the year. Relegated from the National League, beaten quite comfortably in the Leinster final, beaten by Clare a few weeks ago, but this is good stuff from them today. Coming forward now with Aoife Tormey. Tries to get it to Donnelly, and that's a real scrap there. On a great scrap it is. Anna Jones thought she'd won it back, but you never think you've got it comfortably from Clara Donnelly. She's a battler. She wins it back for her team, and that is Aoife Cullen throwing it in there. Oh, what a score. Brilliant. And of course it's a two-pointer. Well, she was the girl who made history by getting the first ever two-pointer in the National League against Tipperary at the start of the year, and there she is doing it again for Wexford in the championship, and a cracker it is, and it makes it 1-3 to a point, and Wexford looking to create an upset here in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-finals. Westmeath with McCartan, who got it from Kilmurray, I think it was, on brilliantly moved in, and Sarah Dillon pops it over the bar. That's more like Westmeath. Really nice flowing move, never mind the conditions, and Dillon at the end of it. Just a possibility of a goal chance there. Beautifully worked the run through from the fullback, actually, all the way up there, Lucy Parr, to give it to Dillon, and she settled for a point. Wexford very quick to move the ball, and they've been very good in their kickouts. I think they must have somewhere around 100% possession from their own kickouts. And look at the way they're moving it around the middle as well. Flowing football. Where has this Wexford team been? But intercepted by Ruan, and again the referee is letting that go. He's keeping a check to see is she okay, and now he's going to stop the game. That Wexford have won it back, and he is saying time out because there was possibly a head injury there, and it was the courage of the Westmeath player really that ended up in her taking a knock there. Bravery. And this is the goal again from the 45. I say lower trajectory. The pace gathered as it went in there, making it very tricky for the keeper. The wind got behind it, and that low trajectory, it was like a bullet going in there, and there was the 2-pointer. Two terrific scores so far for Wexford, and you know, they've been using the conditions and they've been playing extremely well, so they lead 1-3-2. And we have 21 minutes on the clock. In the ground they have it at 17 minutes, so that's because of the stoppages, and they're stopping and starting, so probably only around 17 minutes of actual football has been played here. But Westmeath have it all to do. Now let me see what else I've got for you. Clare and Fermanagh in one of the other All-Ireland intermediate quarterfinals is level, 4 points each down there. Michelle Guckian has hit a 2-pointer for Leitrim against Roscommon. Michelle, the captain of Leitrim, and the score there is 1-1-3 for Roscommon, so a good start for them. They've had a goal. And let me see what else I can give you. Trying to find the goal scorer there for Roscommon, but I can't find it. Monaghan and Down, 1 point each so far, and that's about it. That's all I can give you. Let's get back here for now, because Wexford are looking for another score, and it's Amy Wilson on that left foot. Now, she didn't pull the trigger there, but she's caused a lot of trouble. That's a dangerous one, and it might end up in the net. As she got a touch before it went in, I think she must have, but they're not sure, and no, I think it's been disallowed. Well, the umpires didn't react, but the referee immediately was signalling, so maybe she didn't get a touch at all, or the player in the middle didn't get a touch, and it was just hand passed or fist passed it straight into the net. I can't see exactly from here, but it was disallowed anyway. But another scare for Wexford, or for Westmeath, because Westmeath had the penalty save as well. They conceded one goal and could have conceded from the penalty, and could have conceded there. And Amy Wilson has caused all sorts of trouble. That one played over the top, as there's trouble at the other end now for Wexford. The Kilmurray's in there trying to make something happen for their team, but it's a good decision for Wexford. They've won it again, and they've tried to take it quickly, but the referee makes them go back. It mustn't have been from the right place. But Wexford's defence so impressive today. They've only conceded 2 points against Westmeath in 23 minutes, albeit only about 18 minutes of play. But considering Westmeath have scored 3-12 and 3-9 in their previous two games, and in the Leinster final they scored was at least 3 goals, maybe it was 4 goals in that game against Wexford. So they've worked on that, and they've kept them down to just 2 points today so far. But now Westmeath are looking to get another score. That's Lucy Power all the way up there, and that could even go into the net. It goes over the bar from Lucy Power, the fullback, and she returns the favour. Sarah Dillon, after getting a point from Lucy's pass a minute ago, this time it's Dillon to Power, and it's a 3rd point for Westmeath. Great kick out again from the goalkeeper. Very confident, very accurate, and found Julia Dempsey, who finds Niamh Cullen. They get the ball back into play very quickly, and look at that nippy play there, in and out as well from Wexford. I know it was only the drop of the shoulder, but they're all playing so well as a team and individually so far. This is McCartan now for Westmeath, turning and twisting, and does brilliantly to get in behind 2 or 3 players, but doesn't have the finish, and that's a wide. And that's kind of the way Westmeath have been going so far. They just can't get it together, and there's another easy kick out for Wexford, an easy possession for them from that, and a brilliant ball played into space. Superb ball to Aoife Fortune. It was angled so she could run into it, and now running inside her defender, and feeds a lovely ball in here to Clara Donnelly, and back to Fortune. Oh, what a superb goal. The student from Ballyhogue for Wexford, and they are really putting it up to the favourites here in Westmeath's own backyard. 2-3. 25 minutes on the clock in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship. Where has this Wexford team been all year? They are playing superbly in the sun here in Mullingar. That's Lucy Power driving forward again. 6 points in it now. We did not see this coming, but the Intermediate Championship has been like that. We saw Monaghan getting hammered on this venue by Westmeath, and then they beat Louth. Down came up with a big surprise result against Cavan. So teams all of a level, and there can be reactions. It's all about being there at the right time, and Kilmurray's there at the right time. What a response for Westmeath. They really needed that. There's 2 Kilmurrays on the pitch today, and they are in a hurry. And Westmeath are in a hurry after going 6 points down, but that gets it back to 3. This is turning out to be a cracker of a game, and it's Katie Kilmurray. But Wexford trying to reply right away with Donnelly picking it up from McDonald. This is Cullen, 12 against 12. She trying to get room for having a crack at another 2-pointer maybe. Gets support now from Keogh. Great strong running from her. Leaves it off to Fortune, who got the goal and might get another one. So unlucky off the crossbar. She's going to get her point. The breeze carries it, but not over the bar. And the keeper relieved to get that one away. Well, Fortune nearly got her second goal in a couple of minutes, and it would have been 3 goals in a couple of minutes in this game. And Wexford showing absolutely no fear here. McCartan comes out to meet it. She's the playmaker for her team and tries to bring the other players into the play. Brings power into it. Is trying to get it back to McCartan, who's always going to be available inside, but Wexford know about that, so Keogh's on it and tries to stop her from getting the ball into Sarah Dillon, but Sarah still gets it in, and that's an excellent ball. She might go looking for the return. In fact, this is, it's hard to see the number. Oh, it was 15, of course. It was Rebecca Higgins, and this is Rebecca now getting it to Dillon. Dillon with that familiar dummy and gets it inside instead to Higgins, who puts it over the bar. Westmeath beginning to tick. Another scare at the other end with one crashing off the bar. Could have put 6 points in it again, but instead it's only 2 in it. They'll take that, and they've got it from the kick out as well. I think that's maybe the first one that they've won, and it's Kilmurray. It's Cueva Kilmurray getting it inside now. Lucy McCartan, and she's going for goal, is she? No, she'll take her point, drives it over with her left, gets it back to a 1-point game. 9-8, 2-3 to 1-5. Well, this is terrific stuff here. Breeze is crazy, but the players don't mind. It's maybe adding to the haphazard nature of this game. Look at the way they're getting stuck in there, Wexford, and they get rewarded again. They're being very, very brave today in their play. Every single player diving on every ball, trying to get that extra inch, and it's working. As are Westmeath there with Ruan and Coyle back there. And they eventually get it over to this side to Keegan, who moves it quickly to Kilmurray and sprints on, looking for the return. These young girls so good in the Westmeath minors in the last couple of years, bringing pace and energy to the seniors. And it is Keegan, wearing 10 but didn't actually start the game, but in a lot of room now over on this side. Gives it off to Katie Kilmurray. Now they'll be looking to try and bring Dillon into it, and Dillon of course will be a factor from 2-pointers, you would imagine, in the second half. She'll be a threat, as will Anna Jones, if the breeze keeps on going the way it's going. So you have to factor that into the way Westmeath have played in the first half. Maybe the conditions have been detrimental to their play. This is Cueva Kilmurray looking for an equaliser, but again the wind I think just takes that and underlines my point. We're going away to the right, and it remains 1 point in it. But Westmeath on balance will be happy enough, because they could easily have been 6 points down again just a few minutes ago, but there's only 1 in it. Kick out again is superb, but will it carry? It does carry. That is fantastic from Siobhan Cloak. If you remember her first save of the game in the first couple of minutes, it turns out now that that was crucial, and she is one of the best players of this first half for Wexford, no doubt about that. Her kickouts have been immense. There's an immense effort from distance, but it's gone to the right. She was going for her 2-pointer, and why not? They were obviously told before the game, have a go at those 2-pointers. Well, they had a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer from that kind of tactic, if that's the right word for it. Now the breeze has carried that one over the line, so yeah, it's coming very strongly over to this side of the field. Aoife Fortune wants to take it as quickly as she can, and does. Halligan Fortune is kind of free again, but they have a player guarding her. This is Cullen, and off goes Cullen, followed by Parr and by McCartan, but still going. She can put it over. Surely that was a tug on the jersey, but has managed to get her kick away. It goes wide, but she'll get another go, and the ref will tick for that as well, and it's a free in front of the post. So you would imagine this is a bit of a gimme for Wexford. Great play from Cullen, great individual play and team play. Lots of players taking on responsibility throughout the field for them, and that was one example there where she took on 2 or 3 players and put it straight over the, well, nearly over the bar, and got her free, and this should be straight over the bar. So Westmeath looking a little bit shell-shocked in this first half. I'd be interested in having a camera in the dressing room at half-time when Frank Brown has a conversation with them. Sometimes there's a little bit of natural complacency from the wins, and at home, and everything seems to be on your side and the sun comes out, but Wexford have hit them like a ton of bricks here, and they're going to have to reset at half time and get their game going again, and they might have the conditions behind them in the second half, so it might be a little bit different. But all credit to Wexford and to Ciara Banville winning that one, and now she gets it inside to Tormey all the way up there, the number 2 Donnelly, and she has it going. Why not? She uses the breeze, but it doesn't quite carry. So we're nearly, well, we are well over the 30 mark. Hadn't checked the clock there for a while, but there will be another 2, maybe good chance of being another 3 minutes in this half. Parr, McCartan, how many times have those two linked up and off they go again? McCartan turning and twisting, but being well held up by Wexford's number 6 Halligan. This is Kilmurray, who's had a really good game. She's up against Katie English here, but 2-3 Wexford players always in and around. That's a good ball inside there. That's what happens when 2 or 3 go around one player. There's room, and there was room there for Keegan to pick that one up. Dillon, who's been unusually quiet in the scoring stakes, that may well change in the second half, but they've been watching her, and indeed they've put Niamh Cullen back on her most of the time. She has been shadowing Sarah Dillon. They know that she likes to pick the ball up in positions like this. They're going to get a free here actually, so they've been watching that all day and trying to stop her picking up ball around the 40 and picking off scores from distance, and it's worked so far. But a chance here for a point for Anna Jones, so this to bring it back to a 1-point game. She's taking her time, and they are in no rush. They're playing into this strong breeze. Louth against Wicklow in the All-Ireland Intermediate relegation playoff, as that one goes over the bar. Louth not 10, Wicklow 1 point, 4 in a row for Laura Lynch, so Louth going extremely well in their game. Monaghan 2-1 down 6 points, Evie McCormick with a goal, so they lead by a point, but a close game in that one. Interesting games all over the country. Westmeath come again, trying to level before half time, and that seemed very unlikely at various times in this half. They were 6 down, nearly went 6 down again, but now to level it right at the end of the half. Oh, and the keeper has to watch it. It nearly went into the net, but Siobhan Cloak has had a faultless performance in the first half. Really, really good for her team, and watched that one all the way, and it was key, and they get it out to Orla Keogh. They've been very impressed by her as well, and that ball played down towards Amy Wilson, who does brilliantly to get out in front to win the ball, and she's got support here and feeds it through, and she's got it to Clara Donnelly. Is there going to be more drama at the end of this half? She's been held up, she hasn't been fouled, not so far anyway, and in fact it's over carrying, says the referee Eddie Cuthbert. And this is Kilmurray now coming out. Oh, she went down, she lost the ball and went in with her boot, and Eddie says that's a free in. 2-4 to 1-6. It could be anything really after the first half that we have had, but it's 1 point in it, and Aoife Cullen just pops it in there and gives it to Bev McDonald, and Bevy now goes for her score, uses the breeze, and there's another one, and it's a 1-pointer, a good one right at the end, and they have not been shy about using that breeze in the first half. Makes it a 2-point game. 2-5-1-6, and I wonder, is that the end of play in the first half? Must be very, very close. Eddie checking his watch, and he's got his whistle poised, so this may well be it. He's looking at his watch again. No, we've got a little bit more play. Goes outside the arc and it's claimed. There's a mark by Anna Jones. It's been a great first half. Really, really good football. Close games all over the country. Last we heard Clare and Fermanagh were level. Monaghan a point up against Down. And the other game, Leitrim Roscommon, was close last I heard as well. We'll check those for you before we go off at half time. This is Kilmurray. I think they might be running out of time here now at the end of the half, or are they? Well, that goes out, so that might be the end of it, I wonder. No, he's given a free in, so we will go on. Or is it a 45? It looks like he's going in. It could be a free from close in. In fact, he is talking to one of the Wexford players here. It's the number 2, Aoife Tormey. I thought the way he was talking there, he might be going to book her, but instead maybe it's just a tick, and it is indeed a chance for Anna Jones right at the end of the half. Right-footed from the right, not always perfect, but it's close in. And Anna Jones should have no problem with that. Laois and Cavan 3-2, 3 points to 2, the last we heard in that one. And indeed Anna Jones does put it over. And the other game I was going to try and get you up to date with, I think I've got it now. And it's, yeah, Fermanagh 2-5, Clare 4 points, 2 goals in 30 seconds. Joanne Doonan and Emer Smith with goals for Fermanagh, so they're going well there. But I think we have possibly the best game in the country here on this live stream, because it has been a thrilling first half, full of great attacking play and exciting play and great scores, 2-pointers, goals, the whole lot, and the big crowd here at TEG Cusack Park over there in the stand, loving it. And why not? The rest of us over here on the terraces in the sunshine enjoying it as well. It's 2-5 Wexford, Westmeath 1-7, but Westmeath, I think, playing with the breeze in the second half, and they'll have a talking to from Frank Brown to look forward to in the next few minutes as well, to prepare them for that. But credit to Wexford so far, they deserve to be in front. We'll be back with the second half in about 7 or 8 minutes time. all back out for the second half, and we're really looking forward to this after the terrific first half that we had with Wexford, the underdogs, coming in here and putting it up to Westmeath, the home team. But Westmeath with the breeze in the second half, which will make things very interesting. At half-time elsewhere in the Intermediate Championship quarter-finals, Fermanagh leading Clare by 7. And down against Monaghan leading by 2, and Leitrim Roscommon leading by 1. I think we've the best games so far here today. Some other games on today as well, but I haven't just quite got time to update you on those at the moment, but we will try as we go on. But we want to focus on this game here. At midfield you've Ciara Banville, number 11, in there waiting for the knockdown, but instead it's the number 12, it's Tracy Dillon, who got in there and won it right away for her team, or took possession after her teammate won it. Or no, it was her who jumped in and won it. Now Tracy Dillon going for a 2-pointer from distance, and why not? She's capable of it, but she hasn't just got the direction for it. I can hardly keep my breath in this game. There's so much to talk about. It was a terrific first half, unlike previous meetings between these two teams that I've seen over the last year or two, because Westmeath have dominated, but Wexford today have really given it everything. Now it's Anna Jones going for a 2-pointer. Well, that could be in the net. Oh, it is. It's happened again. It happened in the first half to the Westmeath goalkeeper, and now it's happened to the Wexford keeper, and you have to feel sorry for her. It's just the conditions. It's just that kind of day. So tricky, but Westmeath obviously told hang it up there, and the two girls who got 2-pointers for them in the Leinster final have already both had a go at the start of the second half. One put a 2-pointer effort wide, and one has been rewarded with a goal. It's just so hard to judge, but it goes down as a goal for Anna Jones, and there's Sarah Dillon looking for another one, but just pops it into the goalkeeper's arms. So it's Westmeath in front, and that is the first time in the game that they have got in front, but the conditions a huge factor, and now it's all up to Wexford to do it again, and maybe it'll turn out that they didn't do quite enough in the first half, and Westmeath got back at them. There was a 6-point gap, and they cut it immediately to 3, and then they were fortunate with one that hit the crossbar, Westmeath, but they ended the half nice and close, and now they pulled away, and now they are looking a bit more comfortable. And Westmeath, after all their valiant efforts, now it looks like they have to do it all again, but they can do that, and that's Aoife Tormey trying to get in there to turn it over. They don't quite do it. This is a different Westmeath performance. She's outside there and she tries it. Why not? Lucy McCartan, well, clear instructions at half time, have a go, throw it in there, and that was Lucy McCartan. That's the third time in only a couple of minutes that they have just put the ball in there, and they've had a reward from one of them with a key goal. So it's 2-7, 2-5, 2-point lead for Westmeath, and now it's all up to Wexford to try and get up the field, and this is Kellyanne Dempsey playing deep as she has done for most of the game, giving it to Banville now, who will carry, but now she's finding it difficult because the pressure was applied there from Tracy Dillon. And actually, I wonder, did Tracy Dillon come in at half time? That might have been a change at half time. 21 is out there as well for Wexford, as you can see in the shot, and now they try to get it to Banville, but it's snatched away, and I think that was Ruan, and Ashley Ruan peels away with the ball, and that's pretty much what Wexford did to Westmeath in the first half. And she's still going right along the stand side, the TEG Cusack Park stand, pretty much the full length of it. She's still going. Brilliant play, and gets up to, and look who's there. It's the two number 4s are there. Fiona Coyle, the captain, is up in the attack. This is a different Westmeath team in the second half in every respect. Pressure been applied again from Ruan, but Fortune, I think it was, just got inside there, but the referee says that was a through ball, I think. So a solo and goal being taken quickly. No, it's not. You have to take it from the right spot, and she didn't. But you know what? They may as well have a go at a 2-pointer. And indeed that's what Anna Jones will do. Well, it's a little bit far out, but she'll fancy it from there. She got a 2-pointer from pretty much the same position in the Leinster final against Wexford. 21, by the way, for Wexford. Who's in there is Anna Hughes from Kelneran. Don't know who she's come on for, but that was a change at half time. Right, here comes Anna Jones to repeat history. Will it be deja vu? She puts it up there. It's going to drop short, but it's still dangerous, and they have to bat it away, and they do. It took 3 attempts, but It might still end up as a score, and Sarah Dillon's put it high, and that's like a rugby kick, but it's tapped over the line for a 45, and that is a bit like Arsenal getting the corner. The crowd gets excited. They stays with in this game with the breeze. It's an opportunity the way this game is going. A real opportunity to get a score, but Westmeath have settled things down with that goal to get into a 2-point lead. It's all rather frantic, but they have been going full on at the start of the second half to take the lead for the first time. So Anna Jones again from pretty much the same position. Maybe she'll use the last one as a marker from the 45. Jones. Dillon comes short, and she looks to go short, but not her. Instead she plays it down towards Kilmurray, right over in the corner, but it's over the line. Might be another 45. It is, because it came off Banville. So let me check for you as we wait for the 45. If there's any drama elsewhere, if you need any more today. Quarterfinals is always a dramatic day. Nothing else for you, so we'll follow the play as McCartan puts it up high again, but wide. So they've been keen to shoot, but they haven't been that accurate, apart from getting a lucky break with the goal. But sure, that's all they needed to go 2 points ahead, and it's going to be hard for Wexford to get scores in this second half. But the goalkeeper gets it out to the number 10, and that is Cullen, one of the Cullens, Niamh Cullen. And you have to feel sorry for the keeper, Siobhan Cloak from Wexford. She had such a great first half, and then that goal with the ball dropping down from a height so tricky. But can her teammates make up for it? Bevin McDonald, another from the Kilnairn club, looks to get it inside to the runner, which was Hughes, but instead it falls into the arms of Amy Wilson, and she has 2 or 3, 4 players around her, but still persists, but is blown for overcarrying. And look how quickly Westmeath take that. They don't hang around to debate the decision with anybody, they get on with it. And this is Chloe Kelly, and Chloe's still going, and she's been pursued by Hughes, who come on at half time. And that one palmed away by Katie English, the number 3. The Suns just come out here in Mullingar again. This is real great championship football. They get it to Keogh, and she had a great first half. Feeds it back to Hughes. She's got Banville, but instead goes to Aoife Cullen. And Aoife, she'll have to carry it this half. There'll be no shooting from distance here. Carry it in as far as you can. She gets fouled, I think, by Ashley. In fact, that's Philippa Rowan who's back on who's on the field.
Wexford team at half time. Ivercoit, number 5, Julia Dempsey, is replaced by number 21, Anna Hughes.
Yes, so Anna Hughes, the announcement just made there, replaced Julia Dempsey. And I'm pretty sure that was Philippa Rowan wearing 5, who didn't start the game, who's now in the play. So maybe they're picking it up as I'm picking it up. Free in for Wexford. We can get their first score of the second half, and it's Cullen who's taking responsibility here. Tricky, though, just at the minute the breeze looks to have calmed a wee bit, maybe. It's hard to tell, but maybe a good opportunity if she can get this one over. And you know what, she's got it, and that's a super score considering the conditions and the half so far. 8 minutes in, Wexford get their first score to bring it back to 1, and that's an important score psychologically. After the goal, it just says to Wexford and to Westmeath that they're still very much in this game. But here comes Westmeath doing brilliantly, working it superbly from the back, getting it to the runner, now getting it to the shooter, Sarah Dillon. Haven't seen too much of her accurate shooting today, but plays a lovely ball in there to Philippa Ruan, and Pippin at halftime feeds it, and that's a tricky one. That could easily have dropped into the corner of the net, but it's just wide. And again, look how speedy Cloak is in getting the spare ball to get us restarted. And that's a good one, because there's an extra player out here for Wexford, and they do well to get possession from the kick out. And it is McDonald. It's a good ball inside as well. Terrific play. Donnelly, who's playing a lot further forward. She's not seemingly playing midfield. Tough challenges coming in there, but great play by Hughes to keep her composure and keep the ball. Donnelly feeds it in to Banville. Now that Could have turned out to be a great pass, and she might still get there. Fortune has got it, and the keeper didn't get it, but has redeemed herself. Aoife Temple missed it the first time, and then got the challenge in. She got up and got back to it. This game is at all sorts of drama, and I don't think it's just because of the championship, maybe more to do with the weather today, but it's been frantic, it's been exciting, and definitely entertaining. And that would have been a goal that put Wexford 2 up, but instead there's 1 in it, and they have a chance here from the 45. They'll take their time with it. I think that's Amy Wilson going out there, and it is a bit of a lull in the proceedings, but at least it's showing that Wexford are coming right back at them. Monaghan and Down are level in their game. Cavan leading Laois by 9 in their game, and Roscommon leading Leitrim by 8 in their game. That's a surprise in Connacht. That ball, well, I think that was that Jones who reached up into the sky there to punch that one away? But Wexford battling to get it back, and they don't. The player left on the ground, and Jones gets it away, and the referee says play on. A lovely little drop of the shoulder and swivel of the hips there as Westmeath go up the field, but now they give it away. It's such an open game of football, very entertaining, great to watch. And that's lovely play again by Keogh back there, but the referee is now going to hold it up because the Wexford player way back at the start of that is still on the floor. So treatment being administered there, and the referee saying we have to hold on a second. Cavan getting a goal, by the way, from Sinead Green. And I'm just trying to check on the other ones for you as we go on. Wicklow and Louth. Well, Louth still winning there comfortably, 9 up in that one. And it's Monaghan now a point ahead against Down. Marin Atkinson with that one. And haven't seen too many other ones. Let me check actually for you while we have this pause, because, well, let's see what Antrim and Derry are up to in the juniors. Antrim away to Kilkenny. Let's see if there's any update on that. There's not in Antrim's feed. Let's check Derry. They are away to Offaly in a big game for them. They've been going so well, and if they can avoid, well, actually here's a full-time result. Offaly 3-14, Derry 1-8. So Offaly have beaten Derry in the TG4 All-Ireland Junior Championship. Now, let me double check that. Yeah, it says full-time, 3-12 to 1-8. So the faithful earn a victory against Derry. That keeps Offaly's hopes alive, and it opens the door for Antrim to win the group. That's an interesting one. Derry been going so well, but Offaly have beaten them, and beaten them well there. So Antrim away to Kilkenny, and you would take it that they'll win that comfortably and make up the goal difference, and maybe after all finish top. That's an interesting one from many angles, because it looked like Derry were... Oh, hold on. Now I've spotted the mistake. Now I've spotted it. It was a league game. They haven't updated and haven't put anything on it. It just happened to be against the same team in the National League. Forget all I said there. That's rubbish. Offaly have not beaten Derry today. Sorry about that. But the very first post on their Twitter feed, in the Derry LGFA Twitter feed, says Offaly beat Derry by that scoreline. But it was in March in the league, so forget that. Got Antrim's hopes up there for a minute. Westmeath now back in the play with Power and Coyle back there under serious pressure. Look at the way Wexford have players all the way up in the full forward line there. They're working so hard to try and win the ball back. But Westmeath break out, and now they've got room. The game's so stretched. Such an open game, and now the ball delivered into that full forward line. The wind carries it, but carries it perfectly. And now Dillon, after getting it from Kilmurray, and she gets a run past Halligan, and she's through on goal here and will be satisfied with her point. But she saw the opportunity and she took it. Sarah Dillon gives it a 2-point game. Look for Wexford taking their time and then just puts it very high in the air and looking for rushing Hughes. It nearly got to her, but it's broken kindly for the other Kilmurray, Cueva Kilmurray, and that's a brilliant ball into McCartan. Back to Dillon. Oh, that's more like it, Westmeath. 3 up now. Well, they took a while to get going, Westmeath, but that's the team that we know. They have the breeze behind them in the second half, and now they have a good lead. Wexford need to get up the field. They need a score. They need to make sure Westmeath don't pull away from them. That's the danger now, that they have that 3-point lead and the breeze behind them. I have a half time instead from the Derry Offaly game, and it is 1-6 to 1-4 for Offaly, so I was maybe half right. Offaly are beating Derry, but it's definitely not over. It's 1-6 to 1-4 at half time in that game. And Kilkenny against Antrim, it's 6-16 to no score in that game. So at the minute it would be Antrim who would be winning that group, I would say. Chance for Amy Wilson. Really tricky one. Just over the 3-quarter mark now. 14 to go in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-final. She struck it really well. Has it gone in? It's just gone to the left. Really unlucky. Just trying to check for you in the other games and keep you up to date with those. And another goal for, or point for Fermanagh. They lead down in Clare. They're leading by 10. Emer Fitzpatrick with a free for Down. It's a 1-point lead for Down against Monaghan in their game. Back here in Mullingar, this is Lucy McCartan. Drills it with her left foot, looking for Kilmurray. The other Kilmurray is there. It's given in by Katie to Cueva, but fantastic defending again. Wexford have really stuck to their guns all day here. They've defended terrifically well. They've given it a real championship effort, and that was the fullback Katie English on that occasion. But Westmeath, relentless. They keep going. They have a 3-point lead, and they're on top at the minute. They have the breeze behind them, and they're looking to extend that now. Wexford struggling to contain them. That's Ruan. Oh, and that's turned out to be a fantastic pass to Keegan, but the substitute Hughes came across and blocked brilliantly. Or was it Keegan? It was Keegan actually who got across. It was the number 10 for Westmeath. No, it wasn't. It was Hughes. Yeah, it was Hughes who came across, and the Keegan who came to join the attack. Sorry, you try to do two things at once. I'm trying to keep an eye on scores and tell you what's going on here. I'll just stick to this game. That's probably the best idea. 2-9-2-6. 47.5 minutes gone, and it's another 45 for Westmeath, and that's another opportunity for Anna Jones to cause havoc. Very good off the placed ball, and this will go in and around the house and possibly even over the bar. Has an option short, won't take that one, puts it in, but it's going to the left and it's going tamely wide, and she's disgusted with herself on that one, but it's a little bit harsh the way the conditions have gone. She's put in some really important ones. That's fortune, I think, all the way back there for Wexford, but look, there's the impact of the conditions. She tries to get the ball away and it just doesn't carry like it did in the first half, and Westmeath get easy possession back just inside the arc. This is a chance. Oh, there's a great ball in, and Keegan's in there for Westmeath to finish the job with a terrific goal. It's early, 12 minutes to go, but it looks like that could be a winner for Westmeath to put them into the All-Ireland Intermediate Championship semi-finals for the second year in a row. Keegan pounces. She wasn't even named. She didn't even make the starting lineup, but boy, she came in and made an impact. That's terrifically well finished by the former Westmeath minor captain of only, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. Now Dillon has got it back, And Dillon off and running again, and a superbly finished point. Trademark Dillon, and that's a 5 point lead. Let me work that out. 3-10. No, it's more than that. That's 19 plays 12. So quickly the lead has opened up. At half time they were 1 down, then they got the goal, went 2 up. Wexford got 1 back, 1 in it, but look at it now. 19 plays 12, 7 point lead, and as I said, that was the fear, because Westmeath were on top, and so difficult now for Wexford. The solo and go implemented and taken by Hughes, but they don't get too far with it. Wilson feeds that one back out, but Westmeath have lots of players back there. It's hard to see them losing a 7 point lead now. Remember, they were 6 down at one point in the first half, so that's a 13 point turnaround. Now the number 13 has it. That's Amy Wilson, bustling and battling and barging her way through and using a lot of skill as well, and feeds the pass through in the end, or a shot just booted it away in the end. They've got it back with a chance. It's a goal out of nothing, and yes, they have. It's Hughes who's got it, and you have to give credit to all of them for getting up there, but in particular the battling qualities of Amy Wilson. She didn't give up, and even though it looked like she'd scuffed her shot, Hughes, the 21 who came on at half time, Anna Hughes from Kyle Nearan, did brilliantly to lash it to the net, and maybe they're not gone yet. 3-10 plays 3-6, 6 goals in this very entertaining game. Maybe I was premature to announce Westmeath as the winners of this game. Still 4 down and still playing into difficult conditions and against a really good team. McCartan easily getting out in front to get possession and just feeds it down the line to Kilmurray, and Katie picks it up. Defender trying to show her inside, and she does, and she comes inside and takes that opportunity and puts it over smoothly, as you like. She's done what Sarah Dillon did a minute ago and stretches it out to 5 points again. Substitution time. Aoife Fortune has gone off, the Wexford number 14. Just the one change for now, and it's the 17 who's come in. That's Orla Byrne for Wexford. And they do need changes. They need fresh legs, they need fresh impetus. They got that goal a minute ago, but they need more. They give it to Donnelly, the experienced Donnelly, debut in 2010, 16 years ago, still hoping to get back to Croke Park. Here is the substitute, Byrne, the leg heavily strapped, but making a good impact there, and feeds it, and this is a chance, and it's the girl who got the goal, but that one's dropped into the goalkeeper's arms from Hughes, and that will be a disappointment for them after working it up the field so well. They need to take those opportunities, because Westmeath have it and they move it really quickly, and loads of room here for McCartan. She's got Kilmurray inside, she's got Dillon to her right waiting to make a support move, been closely watched, but she still gets her kick away, and Sarah Dillon just needs a little bit of space to work off and gets her kick away. I did say in the first half that she'd come good on the scoring front eventually. Now that kick out is not accurate, and it's another chance for Westmeath to get another score to add to that one, and it's a low one. Keeper needs to watch it. It's low enough to get easily, but it's a 6 point lead again. Kellyanne Dempsey for Wexford trying to get them going again. This is Clara Donnelly coming out a little bit deeper to try and get more possession and get her team moving. They've done so well today, but it's going to take a supreme effort if they're actually going to get anything out of this game. 6 down, 54 gone. Oh, she crashes into her player, the 2 number 8s there, and that's going to be a free out. Westmeath players having so much time on the ball in this half in positions like this, and Caoimhe Clonmurray just taking her time. They're just taking the sting out of the game and taking the sting out of Wexford as well, who do have a +1 back there. Excuse me. Oh, lovely ball played through to Pip Ruan, but it just goes away from her. There's a Wexford player down, as you can see there. They continue though, and Tormey palms that to Donnelly. She's fouled. They want to take it as quickly as possible, but the referee is going to take the opportunity to get treatment for the player who is down injured. I can tell you elsewhere, Roscommon running away with it against Leitrim. So Leitrim on their way out of the championship. It's 2-12 to 1-8 in that game. This looks like Tormey is going to have to go off, by the way, the signal from the physio. Rosemary Courtney has scored from Monaghan, but it's down, leading by 1 in their game. Clare against Fermanagh. It's a Clare goal, but they're a long way back. There's the Wexford goal again that they got from getting the ball off the keeper. They robbed her coming out of there. So there's another change for Wexford, and I think it was Ciara Robin who's come on, number 18 from BDT. Balya Dovtira for Aoife Cullen, I think I heard. And Tormey is definitely going to the sideline at least here, so they might need to get another sub on very quickly here at Wexford. And indeed, she has been called over right now. She has a bib on and another top on, but she's throwing them off. And she's got the gloves as well, and she's coming into the play.
Substitution on the Wexford team, Evershaft, number 7.
Cavan unleash. Cavan leading by 7
number 19, Amelia Furlong.
in their game. Aisling Sheridan with the latest score there. We get back with the play now, and it is number 2. Well, it's Aoife Tormey. Was it the number 4 who went off? Sorry, apologies if I got the wrong Wexford player who went off there. I thought it was 2, but she's still out there. Amy Wilson is there looking for the ball, gets it and just throws it up in the air, and why not put it in there and see what happens. And the keeper deals with it this time, but she's gone to ground and she hasn't got the ball. Wexford have got it back, and it's a free in for Wexford. Sorry, I thought 2 had gone off there for Tormey. Maybe was it 4? Was it Orlakill? Got mixed up there, but definitely number 2 still out there. So maybe they didn't make that change. Maybe she had to go to the line and then come back in. Anyway, no confusion over the score. 6-point lead now coming down to 5. And that was Aoife Cullen. I think I told you Aoife Cullen went off. It must have been Niamh Cullen went off. Yeah, it was the other Cullen, Niamh Cullen. And Orla Keogh is out there as well. Goalkeeper Aoife Temple a little bit relieved there, not to concede another goal. Anna Jones does well under the high ball and pops it down in front of McCartan. Oh, very unlucky for the number 19 out there, Amelia Furlong. For Wexford, she came out to meet it, and on another day that would have been put down as very good defending, but the firm bounce and the breeze took it over her head, and that could have spelt danger for Westmeath, but they managed to defend it in the end successfully. Referee just cooling things down. 3-12, 3-7 then. It's been nothing if not eventful. 5 in it. Only a couple of minutes, and then we'll see what added time there is, but it looks like Westmeath are eventually going to get through after a tumultuous first half when Wexford really give it everything. This is McDonald's. Strong play, but runs into a strong player in Jones, but they get it away. A lot more physicality in the game under the new rules these days. Donnelly feeds it inside to Banville. They need a goal, a point no use at this stage. Wexford, they need a goal from this move, and maybe another one, and that's lashed to the right and wide. Just looking at some of the flags down on the side of the pitch, very strong, going from right to left. So Wexford 1 up at half time, remember. So it's been a turnaround on the scoreboard. That's great play from Anna Jones again, claiming the mark, and that's her second to catch from the goalkeeper's kick out. Such a strong player in the middle of the field. Dylan likes to play near goal and out from goal, and loves to take a score and loves to spin like this. What a terrific player that she is. And that was trademark from Dylan, and very unlucky not to get a score, but beautiful play. She really is a joy to watch. Dances around there and pirouettes, and nearly finished with a score. Back to the goalkeeper, and it's been a difficult day for both goalkeepers, but they've both played terrifically well, even though both have been caught out on occasions, which is perfectly understandable. Well, they've got it. Kilmurray has it for Westmeath, looking to finish the job in added time at the end of the game, and now it is Katie Kilmurray going inside. She feeds it inside, and somehow Wexford have managed to keep that out, and they stay alive. Only just, but they're still there. This is Furlong. And the referee, yes, he has allowed that to go quickly this time. I thought he was going to go back to get some treatment, but the player who was injured is on her feet, and this one isn't. So another hold up. So there'll probably be a couple of minutes at least from the way this game has gone. And he's actually talking to Ashley Ruan, but maybe just another tick, but not a yellow card. So we're into added time, and we're going to have a bit more. All square in Down Monaghan in the intermediate quarterfinals elsewhere. 2-6 for Monaghan, 12 points for Down. So real drama there up in Newry. That's the latest on that one. Leanne Maguire with Monaghan's equaliser there. Clara Donnelly here for Wexford to Halligan, the captain. Donnelly, the former captain, who lifted the All-Ireland Intermediate Trophy. They won it in 2011, was it? No, they won it in 2007 and 2019 and 2014, I think it was. No, 2024, that was it, yeah. Eddie Cuthbert's coming in to lay down the law again, and he's having a word here. Now this could be a yellow card, the way he's taking his time here, and it might be Ruan this time. And I think we are, yeah, yellow card right at the end. And I think it is Ruan, isn't it? Yeah, 20, yeah. And also a chance for Wexford from the free, but the breeze picking up really strong at the wrong moment for them. They have to go for goal, so they give it to Halligan. She knows they have to go for goal. They have to work it in. Donnelly feeds it back. They're just going to have to throw it in there, and they do. They need this to be kind. It's not, because it's brilliant Westmeath defending. I'm not quite sure who it is, but she won the ball there and didn't appreciate the late challenge. And indeed it's going to be moved forward because of that. And the home crowd enjoyed that one. The breeze really, really strong. Actually, it was Lucy Power, of course. What a powerful game she's had in there. Roscommon 2-12, Leitrim 2-8. That's a full-time score. So Leitrim came back at them, but Roscommon have won the Connacht Derby. So Roscommon into the semi-finals. Westmeath all but into the semi-finals. Fermanagh all but in the semi-finals. And it could be Down, it could be Monaghan. I'm not quite sure what the referee was doing over in that corner. I was looking down there, but he's come back over from that corner. Latest from the junior championship, and it's Awfully 1-9, Derry 2-5, a point in it. Thrilling stuff there, because Awfully leading by a point, and Antrim very much hoping that Awfully hold on to that lead, but Derry fighting for all they have. Now Aoife Cullen has gone off for Wexford as the breeze reaches almost hurricane levels. 20 is coming on. Gracie Donovan for Wexford is on. And that looks like a Westmeath change as well, and it is. Katie Kilmurray, I think it is, going off. And 20-something. Very hard to see some of those Wexford numbers from a distance. And with the breeze coming right into my face. They get it to Lucy McCartan. It's 26 who came on. Sinead Robbins from St Joseph's. What are we now? 64, 25. We're in the 5th minute of added time as Anna Jones just pops it down to the corner. I think that is the sub who came on. It is indeed. It's Robbins with Sarah Dillon. We're going to come back out to Jones, and Westmeath just managing the game now to Robbins again, the sub. Gets a ball across, but it's been intercepted because Clara Donnelly was waiting to pounce and gives a good ball up there, but it didn't fall kindly. And Fiona Coyle, the captain, nipped in to steal it back for Westmeath. Robbins again. She's had a lot of possession in a short time on the field, but Westmeath win it back. Full time, and Westmeath are back in the TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate semi-finals. Wexford put in a brave effort today. They give it everything after a difficult year for them. They were leading at half-time and they are devastated after losing this game, but they could not be faulted in any way. A terrific performance. They made a superb game of it. They were the underdogs, but in the end Westmeath just too strong and too good on home territory here to come through and book their place in the last 4. It was a big second half from them, and they deserved it in the end. Elsewhere, it's extra time in the Down Monaghan game in Newry, so we don't know exactly who's going to be there apart from Fermanagh and Westmeath and who else? Yeah, Roscommon, Fermanagh, Westmeath are there, and it'll be either Down or Monaghan, but they'll have another 20 minutes of football to try and figure that one out. But here it's a victory in the end for Westmeath in the sunshine. It's been a terrific game, terrific entertainment, 6 goals and all sorts of drama with 2-pointers and balls hitting the crossbar, great saves and great action and commitment all over the field, as you would expect in the All-Ireland Intermediate Championship at this level. The quarterfinals are always very enjoyable games, and now we look forward to the semi-finals and the draw for that, and it's Westmeath safely through in the end. They started the day as the favourites to come through this game, and it'll be a really keenly contested 2 semi-finals there. Some terrific teams through there, and Fermanagh, who lost to Leitrim last time out, but still there in the semi-finals, and Leitrim are not. It's that close at intermediate level. And Monaghan, who lost to Westmeath, are still there. They've recovered brilliantly from the defeat they had here in Cusack Park, and they have gone to extra time against Down, and Down, who weren't that fancied, came through with a couple of great results. So it's all to play for. But here in TEG Cusack Park, it's time to say goodbye. We will go and get some interviews and put them up on social media and see what Westmeath have to say after this performance here and this victory. And it's commiserations to Wexford. They can hang their heads high. If you can hang your head high, they can hold their head high after this performance here. They put a bit of pride back in the Wexford jersey and were leading at half time. But in the end, it's Westmeath who go through. From the live stream team, it's good afternoon.